Ay, I got a hotel suite.
You ready? Dude, we're here. Podcast number 6. We made it. Still 0 sponsors. Still 0 people interested in working with us. But we're out here for y'all. And I'm with my boy.
Your boy?
Yeah,
Dude, we have been sending it.
absolutely sending it.
Like, it's been wild.
Like, some would say too hard, but I think we've had a lot of self-exploration in the process.
Absolutely.
Which is something that I would like to get into.
Yes,
Right,
right
Are you
away.
comfortable on that seat?
Dude, yeah.
Because you look slightly
Wanna, like,
uncomfortable.
lean, lean back a little bit?
You're like leaning forward, and it looks like you're going to fall off the beanbag into the computer.
Okay.
Oh, my. Did you see that, bro?
Yeah, that was a good one.
How's it going?
Okay, I want you to get right into this.
Yeah, I do
Because this
too.
excites me. And I love when you talk about it.
Yeah, because I don't...
And you know how to explain it.
Yeah, or at least
Really
I did
well.
this morning, you know, and
Yes.
sometimes like the camera gets on, the mic gets my hand, and then it's
And then
like
you're like-
all this gibberish comes out. But basically, well, I'm going to get right down to it because a lot of people have been saying, you know, what you're doing is kind of confusing. You're called the Jack of Trades, yet a lot of the times you might be just enjoying spending time with people. It gets a little confusing. I'm confuzzled when I go to your page. I don't know what it is exactly. I'll tell you what it is right now. Okay, it's explorative learning. It's experiential learning, and we talked to Michaela Burnett's mom's boyfriend about this too, and he thought we were in the right place, going with the flow of energy and not restricting ourselves to what we initially thought this was going to be. So initially, guys, coming into this, Jack of Trades, yes, was very structured. It was very strict. We were going to be trying different trades and different professions and knocking them off the list. Today we're going to be a teacher. Tomorrow we're going to be a professional athlete. The next day we're going to work in a factory making cheese. Something like that. Something along those lines. Obviously, that is not exactly what we're doing anymore. But here's the thing. We have learned, like just in these past 3 weeks, the amount that we have learned in following energy and experiencing life, learning not only about our inner souls, you know, separated from ego and like what society tells us we are, but about each individual person. Learning a trade or profession is one thing, but learning that each individual person has a different background, with a different perspective, with a different
Completely
personality.
different story.
It doesn't matter if you do
Entire
the
life
same
story.
job. Everybody's different. And every time you meet someone or bring people together from different backgrounds, you're all able to learn these different perspectives. You're able to understand each other, and you're able to grow by learning from their energy, and they're learning from your energy. And then it becomes this education on the human condition is how I think it's best to describe it. And so it's not right to just restrict ourselves to simply learning trades or professions. No, because of course we want to do that still. That's still going to be part of it. We would love to see what's out there in the world. We want to have our midlife crises now at the age of 23. Oh, it's my birthday today, guys. I'm 23 years old.
Welcome.
It
To
kind of
his birthday party.
to my birthday party, yeah. Dude, and I don't like getting older because you want to do all of these things. But most people wait till the age of 50. They wait till their midlife crisis, and then it's like, oh my God, what in the world makes me happy? I've been working for the past 25 years, and I say work because it's usually something that they're comfortable with and that they don't totally love, so they call it work.
And another thing that Malgerson's mom's boyfriend brought up,
Well, let's just
which was the
Yeah.
midlife crisis.
let's call him Dale.
And he's like, Dale. And he was like, it's a good thing that you guys are doing this now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of actually having a midlife crisis.
Right. Because now we're getting out in the world and we're experiencing everything we want to experience. We're learning about what we're truly passionate about. And if we waited on these things, then we would have so many regrets, which I think is why we've had so much astounding support from not only people our age who think it's cool, but a lot of people who are older who maybe wish they had done something like this when they were this age, to really learn about themselves, but not only ourselves, but the world.
Everybody else.
Everybody out
Everybody
there.
that we meet.
Everybody that we meet.
Oh my God.
The amount of friends that we've had, guys. Obviously, we're back in the Jack of Trades headquarters. If you're seeing a clip of this, it's back in my room that we have the 2 mattresses on the floor. We got beanbags and chairs going
Back
everywhere.
in the office.
Back in the office. Jet house coming soon, maybe possibly if we
Hopefully.
can.
Manifestation.
Manifestation. Actually, it is. It's
It
happening. Jet house will be coming. I'll announce it right now, guys. We are going to be getting a house. I don't know where it is. I don't know how big it's going to be, but we're gonna get those details. So back to it, yeah. I mean, because I want to talk about all the fun things on this trip. And so if you guys came to this podcast listening to those, maybe you should skip ahead. But I think this is super important to get out there because I don't think our message is clouded. I think our message, people say, oh, you do this and you do this and you do that. Yeah, you know what we do? We try and do life. All of these things.
As positive as possible.
As positive as possible. Well, just experientially. Like we're not trying to go and shove ourselves into life. We're trying to let life
Just go with the flow.
just come to us,
Flow,
go with
energy.
and then we learn so much from
Exactly.
that because we have open ears, we have open souls,
Open
ready to
minds.
take on new things. And so when we wanted to learn these specific trades, professions, dares, challenges, whatever they were, that was cool. It still is cool. We're still going to be doing
I
that.
feel like that was just an idea so we could get out there and do this type of stuff. And then once we were actually out there doing this stuff, we start meeting all these people with different stories, and it just completely opened our mind
yeah,
and soul, and it just
and
so
it doesn't
refreshing.
mean that we're not going to be doing that.
no.
It just means that it's a little bit looser in the sense of like, I think that where we bring value to the world right now is that we are bringing good vibrations, good energy, and we're bringing people together from completely different walks of life, and we're allowing us all to learn in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the beach in Miami, we had people from Atlanta, people from Buffalo, believe it or not, right near where we're at right now. People from Ukraine,
Russia,
people from North Carolina, our boys, Fat Vibes boys. And it's just been amazing to not only hear all these different perspectives, and a lot of times people are like, yo, this doesn't happen where we live. Like, all these different types of people don't hang out with each other.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to get past, you know? So it is about learning different trades and different professions, but it's also about learning about new people and bringing a good positive energy to life. That energy that can push people to accomplish their dreams. Dude, we met somebody who pulled up to our van in a parking lot. I didn't catch his name because he wasn't there for very long.
God.
Yeah. And the next day he came by. We told him what we were doing. We, introduced him to our friends who we had met that day. These were not friends that we knew well, but they are already our friends. We still talk to them. We still talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
Jace, shout out. Sylvia,
Jace.
shout out. Ione, shout out.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These people we
God,
talk to daily, or they're mentioning us on Instagram or whatever it is, and we're going back in the DMs, which is actually something I want to get into in a second. This guy pulls up, and he goes, you guys, I don't know who these people are. There's a group called the Rainbow People. I don't know if you've ever heard of this group. I haven't either, so I need to do research. Maybe I should have before the show. But, we just talk about things. And he pulled up, and he goes, you guys are so freaking amazing. You have inspired me. I've always wanted to meet the Rainbow People, never found a reason to. I met you yesterday. I'm going to see them. Like right now, me and my girl are going to see him. And I'm like, that's the most amazing thing.
Yeah, we were
had
like,
no clue what he was
just
talking about, but it's his dream.
Yeah.
It's his dream, and now he's going to do it.
The fact that we inspired him.
Because
to do it,
we
I was like,
met him.
What?
And it doesn't take much to inspire. Like, dude, we're just a couple of muchachos living in a van trying to experience life and push people to do these things that society might say is unconventional.
Exactly.
Is, it's uncomfortable. It's unsafe. It's untraditional. But
You just got to get out and experience life, dude. And meet these people. I don't know. I can't say it enough. Everyone has their own story.
yeah, it's tough to put into words. So let's we can get into more specifics to kind of talk about these stories. So where did we leave off even? We were going down to Miami, right? We were guys, last podcast we were in West Palm,
right.
Palm Beach, with Esther, Sam, and Michaela. Michaela's a waitress we picked up after knowing her for 3 hours. Esther, I haven't seen her in 8 years. Sam, I literally have never met.
I never met Esther or Sam.
You never met any of them. Yeah.
Just met Malkerson, so.
And we met him, and we were all going down to Miami together. Had zero idea what to expect, and we didn't have any trades or professions planned. Honestly, it was the last thing in our road trip. So we're kind of like, let's ball out. We found a really good hotel room. This is the only time we booked a hotel and didn't just live in the van because it's impossible to do that in Miami.
Yeah, it actually is impossible to do that.
I mean, you saw the streets.
Yes.
Like,
there's no parking. There's no
It was
chance.
cheaper to do the freaking valet parking at the hotel, which was like $40 a day.
Yeah, no.
So talk about a budget buster. Well, you didn't know that when you didn't know that when you booked the hotel for super cheap, like the freaking
Right when you walk in the door, $150 fee,
Yeah.
$200.
You're like, I did not plan for this. I am broke. My credit card is maxed out, guys. If you want to help out, Venmo, Jack
Also,
underscore trades.
Yeah.
Cash App, RyanWin44. I don't think we have one for Jack of Trades, but
Not yet,
but basically everything that goes into my pocket is going directly to Jack of Trades. So we sent it down in Miami. I was nervous when we got there. It was just uncomfortable. It was the most, populated area we had been in, and we knew no one once again, other than the people we picked up, which we also didn't know.
Yeah. A lot of unknown turned into
a lot of known.
an amazing
A
experience.
family.
Literally
what felt like a family.
Yeah.
I feel like we're skipping, but we'll still go with the Miami because we have stuff to talk about in
Yeah.
Melbourne too.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Should we go back to Melbourne now? Because I feel like we can't go out of order.
I know. Okay, let's start in Melbourne.
Okay, so we're in Melbourne. The morning after The morning after our first night, we get there, we sleep in the car. And that morning, a girl named Sylvia, mother of 3, she works in North Carolina. She's a designer. She does like logos and stuff like that, but she also makes cakes. She does these amazing like cake designs. Yeah. Like Cake Boss, when you're like sculpting cakes. Yes. So that's what she does. She's actually, possibly, maybe
going to sculpt
the
cake.
The bus.
Of the bus.
She took all these detailed pictures. She wants to be very detailed. I know. I'm talking about. She says she's gonna do it.
Good.
And yeah, dude, mother of 3, North Carolina, just an amazing person. She came up and said hi to us first. We kept talking to her, and then she was kind of messaging us throughout the day on the Jack of Trades because she followed us like right away. And we went to the beach and we played beach volleyball with Aaron. We went with Aaron Arbor, and then we met her friend Jace. Didn't even know we were meeting a friend there of hers, but we met this guy Jace, who was a
absolute beauty.
Ginger bro.
My ginger bro, yeah.
Ginger
we already
bro.
knew each other from ginger, life. But anyways, we ended up playing beach volleyball with him.
Yeah.
And Aaron plays in
college.
Like college volleyball.
Like actual legit college volleyball.
Legitimately disgusting. Anyways,
better
we
than
played
us.
them. Oh, absolutely. Dude, what was the score of the game? 21-5.
Maybe.
We got absolutely smacked.
What was weird, they were like complimenting us while they destroyed us.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, that was actually a good play."
And we're like, "Yeah, we still didn't score a point."
You guys still smacking the shit out of us, but whatever.
No, we did get better at it. What other game did we play?
Spike ball. Dude, that was my very first time playing spike ball.
Yeah, and the first time we got smacked, but then...
And then they're like...
This is when Jace was now back in. So
Yes.
Jace was there, and now we were playing spike ball. And they beat us pretty good the first time. And then we like played the second time, and they're like...
You are joking? You actually played this before.
Yeah.
Stop lying to us.
We had a sick flow.
We did.
Because we just had we just knew where each other was going to be. My English is so terrible. I need to go back to school. I actually finished up school. I will never be able to talk good. Good. Yeah, we lost in OT that game, but we still played really well.
It was fun.
Not a big deal. Yeah, it was a blast. But that's where we met Jace. And then we were like, we were explaining to Jace what we want to do in these areas. It's not you guys know this. It's not to see the touristy spots. It's not to do what everyone who visits there does. We're like, we want the local feel.
Nitty gritty.
Like
down and dirty local shit.
The hole in the wall.
Yes.
That's what we want.
And he literally took us to that.
To the hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall hot dog spot.
Do you know what it was called?
Oh my God.
It was like something mustards in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Dude, describe what we ordered.
Dude, they had like 1,000 different hot dog flavors.
Yeah.
Like, you can get pretty much whatever you dreamed about on a hot dog. What did we get? We got like pulled pork.
It was like the Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Like Pig Presley or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I chew ice into the mic. I have such a bad habit. Okay, continue.
We got some Elvis Presleys. I got some cowboy something. It was like a deep fried.
Yeah, dude, that was the weird one. It didn't have a bun. It was like, but it was
a little
sick.
skinny log. And then it's kind of sick.
Oh, what was the other one I got that was so good? It had like fried pickles on top of it, and like basically, guys, the hot dog is like you can't even see it because it's just covered in all of this amazing stuff.
A bunch of different shit, but
it was so good.
So good.
And they were like, "Yeah, this is like pretty routine." I'm like, I've never seen a hot dog place this good. That's why they were like, "Well, yeah." Usually we don't tell people about it because like not a lot of people like hot dogs. I'm like, this is not hot dogs.
This is like
gourmet, like
buffet.
I don't even
know.
Yeah,
because
like, when you say hot dogs, you think of like hot dog stand in New York City, like hot dogs.
Yeah.
Something. You want some mustard on that? Sure, yeah. And then it's like,
let me just make
it was a hot dog with a meal.
Yes.
The
hot dog was just a side.
Literally.
Damn, it was good.
It was so good.
So shout out Jace and Aaron for taking us there.
So then we went there and we knew we wanted to go out later because we wanted to see like the spots. And not even necessarily like rip. We just wanted to go, grab a drink, see like what the town looks like because we hadn't been in like central like middle of Melbourne. And Jace is saying like, it's not that fun, don't expect much. And we're just like, dude, we bring the party, man. We don't expect the party. And then we're waiting outside. So we're trying to get a pregame, just hang out before we go. And so we can Uber together, whatever it is. So we're hanging out at the van. Now Sylvia's texting us at the same time. And she's like, "What are you guys doing tonight?" Like, "Oh, we're gonna go dancing." Me and Chris love to dance. It's not news to anybody. If you're listening to this podcast and you want to go dancing and we're in your area, yes,
We rip D floors.
that's what we're putting.
If you
in our
don't
bio.
know what that means, it's dance floor because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But we
But
rip
why-
D floors.
Because who wants to say, "Hey, want to go dance on the dance? Why not us to go to the dance floor?"
No.
Now, let's go.
Hey,
rip.
you want to rip the D floor?
Yeah,
That sounds so cool.
that's hot. Shout out Bowdoin Hockey Boys because that's where I got that from.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was like Keno. You know Keno.
Keno.
We met him in the first
UDM.
our first kickoff video. He was always like, "I want to rip out D floor, dude," and so then that was born. So then Sylvia's coming out to the bus. I told Jason's like, "Oh, where are we gonna go to have a couple?" I'm like, "I don't know. Come out to the bus. We're in the parking
We're
lot."
just hanging out.
And Jason's like, "Bet I'll be there. What do I bring?" And I'm like, "Anything you want. We got some
Yeah.
seltzers too." So, Jace comes out. Sylvia comes out at the same time. And we never even explained to Jace that
I know, I
Sylvia
didn't
and
even
I were gonna be coming out.
think
'cause
about
we
that.
forgot it. So basically, they just pull up and everyone just starts talking. We didn't have to say anything. All of a sudden, you just have these people from different areas with different perspectives on the world. It doesn't matter race, age, ethnicity, whatever.
Legit anything.
No one cares, man, because when you just stop for a second and just listen to the other person and just live in that energy and that vibe, that's the most beautiful thing ever. And that's like in that moment. And that's when the guy came up and was like, the guy that ended up going to the Rainbow People. I didn't catch his name. Never caught his name. He's in the picture with us,
Yeah,
though.
he's in the picture.
So he came up and vibed with us, and now you have all these people just like loving life,
Yes.
just talking about what they do
Just anything.
and learning about what everyone else does. We go out, we have a blast. As talked about in the last podcast, that's where we met Michaela, our waitress, who then next morning DMs us, and then we end up asking her to come to Miami with us. So yeah, that was a crazy night in Melbourne. Fast forward,
Nice.
we're in you like that
Yeah,
sound
that's
effect? You like it?
Yeah.
I feel like you could do much better. You're good at sound effect guy. So now we're going to Miami. Where do we even start that?
I don't know.
Let's start here. Chris got a tattoo.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Forgot about that.
So
Literally on there it is.
There it
Show
is
it
right
off.
there.
Show it off.
Yes,
How did that happen? First of all,
dude.
let's talk about the motivation for the tattoo. Dude, because we love
I know,
them
dude.
so much. We haven't been able to get their attention yet. All we want is to get their attention. So much so that he got a tattoo of it. Although I was expecting to get the Y and K.
I wanted to get that, but then it was too expensive.
So you just
And I was
got,
like, I'll
so
just
tell
get,
them what the podcast
I'll just get one.
or the
So my tattoo says "Ball Don't Lie." They it's Johnny Manziel and Mike Stud. They have a podcast they do together.
Mm-hmm.
Do they live together?
No, I
Or
don't
they
think
just
they
hang
do.
out
I think they
every
just hang
single
out
day?
together probably a lot. I'm not really sure. I would love to, find out myself though.
Anyways, these guys are legit. Can you guys please invite us to your crib? Thanks. But they're a big inspiration for us. Like what they do, what they talk about on their podcast. It's really motivating.
Just their mentality on life at this point.
Exactly. Like we talk about, Mike had like a huge spiritual change like a few years ago.
Yeah, going from
And now-
Mike Stud to Mike.
Yeah, and now like his all his new music is like fire, dude. Like so good. We like love every single one of his songs.
Dude, we don't even care if people don't like it. We force Mike onto every single person that
Dude.
we meet.
And when we do, it turns into a fat vibe.
A fat vibe.
Like-
T-shirts coming soon.
Oh my god, dude.
Fat vibes.
Merch, dude.
Which I think we're just going to take over and do it ourselves.
Let's just do it.
If there's been interest in merch, guys, if you're listening to this and you do want merch, please DM us about it. Message us about it. We're about to get a WhatsApp app set up. Yeah.
So you guys can like message
So
us
you guys
whenever you
can
want.
message us, or we might use a different app so
Yeah.
that we're not necessarily giving out our personal phone numbers. Not that we're scared to do that. It's just more of like we both have something we can sign on to and answer Jack and Trey's
exactly.
messages. But we read every single DM we get.
We do, and I'm pretty sure we answer every single one.
Basically every comment on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk to us, message us on Instagram. It's that easy.
Yeah.
But back to the tattoo.
How you want to know like how it?
Yeah. So yeah, actually, just how did the night go when you got it?
So what were we doing before that? The beer run.
The beer run.
Yeah. Because what were we doing?
We were
before
just
that?
hanging out. I think we were at the beach.
Oh, yeah, we
No.
were
Oh
Yeah.
We were taking pictures, dancing to that violinist and all that.
Okay. So, anyways, we came back to the hotel and we're like, shit, we need some more beer, seltzers, whatever.
And we didn't want to just go out and buy them at the restaurants when we didn't have to.
And also, the CVS right behind our hotel stopped serving alcohol at like 8.
Right. Which we
So-
thought we were going to be able to get it at.
So we're on like 10th Street and we had to book it to, what was it like 16th or 17th? 16th Street to that CVS.
6 blocks, which is not close.
No, definitely not. And We were sprinting down the road.
But with a speaker, like vibing, like we were
Mike
dancing.
Stud
while we were
obviously
running.
playing,
Literally Rodman on repeat.
like legit, and we were just blasting his tunes, running down the street, and people were stopping us on the way,
Dancing with us.
legit dancing.
We have video. We were sprinting up the street, and then people were stopping and just like, dude, you guys are vibing. And we're like, hell yeah, man, let's dance. And then we'd be dancing in the
Having a
middle
real
of the
dance
freaking
break,
street.
and they're like, all right, we gotta go. And then
like,
rip to the
peace.
next person.
And then people would be like, yo, you guys like want to do this? And we're like, nah, bro, but we're vibing. When we get a jet house, we'll fly you out. Didn't even know these people. We got their numbers.
yeah,
Like,
dude, they followed the account. I'm pretty sure.
did they follow the account?
So
Yeah,
we got their contacts.
Beauties, got their contact info. But just all the way down the street to 6 blocks.
Yeah, it was a haul.
Get
Anyways.
to the CVS. I'm gonna explain this part,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna go back to your part,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go back to my part because it's the perfect.
I know.
So we get to the CVS. We're like, we're here. Might as well get a lot. So we loaded up on alcohol because it was a trip, dude.
Yeah.
We're coming out. I'm like, I have to urinate very badly. So I'm like, yo, yeah, guys, I didn't have my phone. I don't know if I actually told them I didn't have my phone or not.
Definitely
Whatever.
not.
Besides the point. Like, I'm like, all right, I'll catch up. Go into not the CVS. They didn't even have a bathroom. Some other place to go to the bathroom. I'll catch up. Keep going because it's like too far. I'm like, don't wait for me. Anyway, now where did you go when I said I'll catch up?
Dude, I'm walking down the street, absolutely rinsed.
More Mike Stud coming. More Mike on
Yeah.
the speaker.
Tunes are going. I'm catching a fat vibe, dude. I see this big ass neon sign, and I'm like, oh my god, why is this thing calling my name? And what does the sign say? Tattoo. I'm like, yeah,
And what's playing on speaker?
I know, Mikey. And I was
Mikey.
like, all right, so the universe is talking to me right now. Anyways, me and Malker go in. We got like cases of booze, like speaker legit blasting, and we walk in this tattoo place. Malker's working her magic, trying to talk the guy down on prices, whatever. I'm like showing him what I want.
She literally does that with everything.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of sick because I'm like, okay, this is good because I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
Anyways, we wait around for like half an hour, and this dude is just like doing someone else, and he hasn't even started them. And we're like, we're not waiting here.
Right.
So I look up this place on my phone. Legit, cross the street. There's another one. Empty,
Really?
Empty. And I was like, dude, this is perfect.
I didn't even know this part
I
of the
know.
story.
I'm like, yo, can you guys do this tattoo? Like really simple, just like on my leg. And she was like, yeah, we can do it right now. And I was like, let's do it. I freaking get in the chair. I'm like, the girl's like playing music on the YouTube TV. So I'm like, yo, can you play Rodman? So she puts it on the screen. I'm like, dude, there's nothing better. I obviously cannot feel anything on my tattoo. The guy's like,
You were drinking while you were in there.
yes.
You came back and there were like 8 beers gone.
Yeah, I know. It was really good. It was, it was a fat vibe.
That vibe.
Anyways,
That I was missing out on.
yes, I know. Sorry, love you. Anyways,
I love you too. We got in a fight though because of this.
yeah, we're gonna fight after this.
Yeah. We'll get there
Anyways.
though.
Anyways, that was like the sickest thing ever. I was pumped. The guy did actually a nasty
Yeah, it
job
looks
at it.
sick. I mean, it looks dirty.
And we walked back to the crib and
Walk back to the crib. Well, I got to the crib before them.
yes.
And I was running for, I'm not even
This is
kidding
also
you.
at like midnight.
This is at midnight. Bro, I didn't have my phone. No, it wasn't midnight. It was like 11.
something.
Well, it ended up being midnight when you got
Yeah.
back. I didn't have my phone. I'm running around. I'm not kidding. I must have ran 20 blocks, bro. My shoes came off. I was running barefoot, just sprinting around. Like, when am I going to run into this street, Collins Avenue or whatever? I asked 3 people to point me in the right direction. The first 2 all pointed me in like the wrong direction. So I'm just running like 6 blocks in the wrong direction.
Oh my god.
But like, I was looking for the numbered streets, but I couldn't
Yeah.
find it. So I'm like, I must be running like on a 90 degree
yeah.
to it, and that's why I'm not finding it. So I'm running like towards the city. Like I
Just,
must
like,
have
end up
been.
in the city.
Yeah, I'm like all of a sudden I'm just like in Miami, because we were on South Beach. We were right on South Beach.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, finally I'm like, oh, dude, I feel so. I am dripping
Dude, it
sweat.
is hot.
I am dripping sweat, and I like come up to this hotel. This person said, dude, run to the end of the street and you'll be there. I ran to the end of the street. It was like a dead end.
What?
It was like a dead end. Like it was like this is a giant wall there. The street ended. I'm like, this is definitely not right. So I turn around, run back. Finally, I find this guy's sitting with like his girlfriend or whatever it is, like waiting for his car in the valley. And I'm like, dude, I know this is probably the most annoying thing ever, and I know I look like an actual like I'm on drugs or something, which I do not do drugs, guys. I also want to clarify that because
Yeah, I know.
we make a lot of references to it. We don't do drugs. We drink. That's it.
That's literally it.
And I'm like, can you please point me in the right direction to the hotel? It's Blue Moon Hotel. Shout out Blue Moon, all the guys there at the front desk. They message us. Yeah, beauties. He's like, yeah, it's this way. You know, you got to go. Literally, at that point, I'm still 6 blocks away, like in the wrong direction. So I'm like, oh my God, I've run down. I'm like 7, actually. I have to run a block to get to Collins, and then I have to run like. God, dude. So then I finally, dude, I get there. I'm like fully expecting you to be in the room because I'm like, obviously, like I took so long, like you're gonna be in the room. No, I get there and it's just Esther and her brother, and they're like, where were you? The CVS is around the corner.
Oh my God.
And I totally forgot we didn't even tell them the CVS was closed. So they're like, where's the whole group? Yeah. Did they just ditch us?
Shit.
And I'm just like almost at the point. Then I'm mad. I'm like, where's Chris? Like, where's Chris? I've been running and looking for him. And then like Esther's like, he's getting a tattoo.
How does she know?
Oh wait, no. Oh, she looked up because we all shared our locations with each other. Oh, she looks up your location. You're at a tattoo parlor. She's like, he's getting a tattoo. I'm like, what the frick? I'm like, why is he getting a tattoo? I'm like, because I'm more like, I was more upset because I'm like, dude, you lost your friend. He's not answering his phone. Because I was like, I'm running straight back down the street, but I must have legit taken a wrong turn out of the freaking thing. I have no idea.
Sounds like it.
But I'm more upset, like, oh, dude, he's not even like looking for me. Like, he didn't go back to the hotel. Like, that's home base. Like, whatever. So then I'm like, okay. And then I'm thinking, like, what an idiot, dude. He's like drunk. He's getting a tattoo. I don't know how drunk you were. You were when you left the tattoo parlor. I know that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, so then Esther's like, I'm calling the tattoo place. I'm telling him not to give it to him. Oh so now we're calling the tattoo place. We're like, don't give this guy Chris a tattoo. He's too messed up. And then the guy answers and he's like, I'm not at the parlor. And we're like, well, is there a number for the parlor? And he's like, no. And then we're like, okay, I guess give me that.
Dude, that's
you guys roll back in. We fight, but then we have like a sick bonding moment.
Yeah, it's huge.
And probably like, I mean, even more solidifies. I mean, we're brothers. You know, we fight and then we love each other 2 seconds later.
Exactly.
And then, you know, we went out that night. It was fun. It was fine. But really, what happened the next 2 days is like what Vibe Central was.
Yes.
It's just, wow, we've been talking for a bit, dude.
I know. It was legit a movie. It sounds so cliche when you say that. I hate when people say that, but it was legit a movie.
It was because we didn't know anyone there, and then we were meeting all these random people. Like, we met a group the next day on the beach from Atlanta, and they were celebrating birthdays. We just had an absolute ball with them, and then Esther invited 2 guys over, Fat Vibe Central.
The boys.
Our boys.
Yep.
Dwayne.
Shrek?
Yeah.
Shrek.
And so we were vibing with them, having a great time. So much so, we went out to Blackbird with them that night, which is a place near there. We were dancing with, like, professional basketball players, Bitcoin billionaires in the freaking VIP section.
VIP.
And if you think we paid for that, you're dead wrong. We do not have money for that.
I think that's impossible for us to pay for that.
I literally think it's impossible. I don't think we actually have enough liquidated money to pay for one of those things. And somehow we just found ourselves in there because Esther just knows how to work her magic. And, like, then we were just like became boys with people like very fast.
And we were legit on the stage.
On the stage, dude.
Ripping.
People were kind of like, we'd get off the stage and people were like trying to vibe with us because we were dancing so hard on the stage.
I love dancing, dude. Oh my God.
Dude, I love dancing so much. Then the next day is when stuff got crazy.
The beach party.
Fully not expecting it.
No, very random.
Dude, we're on the beach and we're like, yo, where you boys from? Oh, like, we got the $100 like little bed and like umbrella thing. Like, you know, you can buy them on the beach. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, where you guys from? Oh, you're from Ukraine? That's dope, man. You want a beer? You know, whenever you offer someone a drink, you're automatically friends. Exactly. You want a beer? Yeah, you want a beer? Okay, cool. Here's a beer. And then it was like, that was cool. Our Fat Vibe Central. That's like what I'm calling them. Because as a group, they're like Fat Vibe Central. Dwayne and Shrek come up.
Yep.
And we're like, dude, what's up, boys? How's it going? They join the party. We meet these girls from, happens to be Buffalo, like sitting a little bit away. There's like 5 of them. Shout out, I don't know, do we shout out every single one of them? No, we'll just, so these girls from Buffalo.
Dude, you got to tell the story of the CVS, how you met.
Oh my gosh, Zach.
Rincerson.
Yeah, we met Rincerson, Zach Rincerson. So we get all these people now from, once again, all these different areas. We got Buffalo, we got Ukraine, Russia, freaking Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina, and then us, which we're all from all over too, Canada, whatever. Now, we have all these people. We're like, you know, we're throwing the party. Let's go get some more drinks because we want to be able to supply, you know, keep the vibes going. So me and Chris are running, sprinting. You'll see it in the vlog.
Once again.
You'll see it in the vlog.
Yeah, once again.
Coming out in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
sprinting down the street to get this. And we're like, oh, we got like 30 people. Now we pull up to the front of CVS. I see this guy, beauty. He's got great lettuce. That's what John. He's got great flow. I'm like, oh my god, he must be a beauty. I got to invite him, right? I scream at him before we even walk in the door.
I didn't even see this.
You didn't see it?
I only saw you talking to him inside.
Oh, so you walked in front of me?
Yeah.
I saw Zach Rinserson pulling up, like, while we were, and I'm like, hey, buddy, having a beach party, come by. Like, scream it to him, right? But he was like, all right, and like, but like, kind of was like, okay, buddy, like, you're rinsed to like get away from me. But then we go in, and I'm like already thinking like I just kind of embarrassed myself, but it was like funny.
You're like standing beside him.
We're standing beside each other, like getting alcohol, and then I was like, hey, no, but like seriously, man, it's cool. Like we're on the beach, it's a fun time. I invited him a second time. He's like, all right, I'll try and pull by. I'll try and pull through. Literally in a freaking CVS, dude. Guess who's sitting next to us on the beach 10 minutes later? Zach motherfreaking Rinserson and his friend Andrew. And let me tell you, that guy can rinse.
Dude, he can slam.
He can slam. He can freaking, what do you call it? What a yam. He can yam him. He can yam hard. Dude, we freaking had a great time with all those guys on the beach. We actually convinced Fat Vibe Central. They had flights that day. They were supposed to be leaving that afternoon. We're like, so what are the odds you can cancel these flights to get your money back? They're like, I don't know. Maybe we can do that. I'm like, what if you just, canceled your flight, saved all that money, and you jumped in the van? Stayed with us in the room. We'll drive you back. We met him. Well, let's keep this in mind. We met him 24 hours earlier. Welcome to our home. Come into our hotel room. Crash wherever you'd like, and we will drive you home. And they're like,
that sounds pretty damn good.
I'd say, yeah, that sounds pretty damn good. It sounded better and better right about now. Yeah. So they did that. We convinced them to cancel their flights and come back with us the next day. We've been talking for a while, so whatever. We go out, have a great time that night. We met these really, really cool people. The people from Buffalo were awesome. We hung out with them a little bit more, tried to go out with them. And we end up, next morning packing up the van with the bus with how many people?
6 people in the van.
6 people.
Do you know what that looks like?
Well, you can go on our Instagram.
Yeah.
You can go on our Instagram.
That's what it looks like.
At Jack_underscore trades. Although anyone who's listening to this has probably been on our Instagram. But yeah, go check it out. This video will be coming, by the way. And we started roadieing back to New York, which, how many hours, Chris? Well, first, actually, what happened right before we pulled out of Miami?
Dude, we are on the side of the street in Miami. Me, Ryan, and Malkerson are sitting in the van.
In a parking spot.
Legit parked. And we feel a little wham.
We don't feel a little one.
We're like, what?
I was like, what there was a bomb that just went off under our car in the back? Like, we just jolted forward. Like, I was like,
what the just happened?
I don't think I've ever gotten hit in the back, so I didn't know, like, I was like,
I had
shocked.
no clue what was happening. I thought, like,
the clutch blew. And
I thought, like, the tire popped.
I don't even know.
Anyways, this dude on, what are those things called? Like the spider things or something? Yeah. I don't know. Some car looking ass shit.
Rental thing?
Yeah, legit a rental. Hit us from behind. He was like pulling out behind us, and he like legit ran into us. I have no idea how he even did
happened, dude.
Anyways, that was a sticky situation.
Yeah, we figured that out, and then we were on our way back, and it was, I think, we had to drop some people off.
We dropped Esther.
We dropped everybody off. Esther, and then we dropped actually the boys and Malkerson back in Melbourne. And then we were going the rest of the way, and we had to get back for my sister's graduation, which was 2 days ago. How many hours did we go straight? Well, not straight. We took a 3-hour nap, but how long?
It took 36 hours, and we stopped for 3 hours.
To nap. That's it.
To nap.
Well, I napped more because I literally didn't even sleep in that 3 hours. Because I was so nervous. We were on the radio, and I was so nervous to miss it that I did not sleep. And then Chris was like, dude, go sleep. Because I'm trying to post something on Instagram, and I was like dozing off every 2 seconds.
Dude, it was a grind.
That was the worst.
And I wasn't not do that ever again.
I wasn't even driving, and it was the worst drive of my life. And that brings us back to here. We were gonna send Louisville today and go to Riff Raff backstage. Could not do it.
Definitely could not do that.
It's just we got some
Sorry,
stuff.
Riff.
Yeah, we got some stuff to figure out. I know you were waiting on us, Riff, but
we had shit to do.
We got a lot of stuff to do, including recording this podcast 2 hours before it's supposed to come out. We got to get a little bit ahead of the podcast. We have to,
yeah.
Something really exciting that tomorrow we actually are surprising. I don't know if he's listening, so maybe I should not talk about it
yet.
We're surprising a young man. You guys will see coming soon. He's kind of a fan, and he's going through some health stuff right now. So we're going to be surprising him. We're really excited about that. And well, for my birthday, I think we're just going to sleep. That's basically it.
It's gonna be. Yeah.
What just came out of your mouth?
Dude, I don't know what happened.
I thought you were making that as a joke.
It wasn't at the beginning. It definitely turned into one. Yeah.
Did you know what's going on in your mouth?
I don't know what I think I was gonna say. It's gonna get pretty crazy, which is so irrelevant to say. All right, I'm done talking. Oh shit! I love that. My brother's gonna laugh his ass off with that.
I think that might be the podcast, dude. Oh, I feel like we just don't even leave time to breathe in our podcast sometimes.
Nice.
All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you next week. Look out for our vlogs on Thursdays. We're going to be bringing posts to you back around 2 times a day on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. We need the followers.
And DM us. If you have any questions or you want us to go somewhere or want us to do something, you just want to talk.
Yeah. Or
dude,
literally anything. If there's specific content you like, if you're going through a rough time and you just want to reach out.
Legit, we will answer.
Dude, we'll just drive the goddamn bus up, man.
Yeah. That thing goes anywhere.
Yeah.
So
we'll live on goddamn wheels, man.
That's right.
All right, y'all. We love you so much. We will see you next week. Until then, peace.
Peace.